Hey, welcome to another episode of When We Heal, the World Heals. Trish Hay, your host, joining you on the 12th, actually, of January. We're in the 111 portal right now. It's a powerful time for manifesting and creating and new beginnings, and also supported by a full moon that's peaking tomorrow. But what's on my heart the most to share with you, with the community, is just taking back, I guess, my journey of taking back Jesus, taking back church, taking back my spirituality, um, and my sovereign being, right? Like my connection. I'm connected to source, and you're connected to source as well. And for me, until actually yesterday, when I went to a powerful sound healing and breathwork session, the word church would cause my stomach to get in a bit of a knot. And this is after a lot of healing around the word, but like, what do you think of when you hear the word church? Like, what kind of feeling do you get in your body and in your mind? And for me, I would think of patriarchy, female, oppression, people being like murdered, Catholic Church, pedophiles, like all of these like negative things would come up with it. But in reality, that's yeah. And also now I think of it as a political system, right? We have this like political system that has become the church, but really it's really a community coming together, right? Like I had the opportunity to go yesterday into someone's home, and they said, "Oh, we want to create this like church," and I was like, "Wait." But really that's just community, creating a place for like love and safety, a place to come that you can be vulnerable and receive love and receive support. Like, let's take that back. Let's take that power back. Like, and then also, don't outsource your power to anyone either, if they call it that. Like, of course, I had went within to how I felt with it, and I felt good, and that's what really matters. And then for me, like I've just been on a journey of I had two powerful experiences in Sedona this past year of taking back Jesus, the name Jesus. Jesus was my best friend for a long time. And because of a lot of religious trauma and oppression and a lot of hypocrisy and just like hatred I saw like spewed out of people that were calling themselves Christians within a church system, I had to just leave all of that to heal my soul, and and then come back to a place to where then I began learning about other religions and came back to a place of saying, oh, I'm spiritual, I'm not religious. Found wonderful spiritual centers like Agape International with Michael Beckwith, like really taking back the power of um, what does all of this mean, right? Because we're spiritual beings. We are spiritual beings having a human experience. Like we can't deny that. We could try to, but that's the reality. Um, and I've found also beautiful community at some spiritual centers in Orange County here, and places where like all religions are accepted, all like every color, every sexuality, like however you present is accepted. And excuse me. And so that to me was like, okay, this is really beautiful. But still, I did not like when some people at these spiritual centers would refer to it as church. Like, I just get this, not like, even though I knew the energy and the intention there was pure and good. And I'm going to link the places on here as well, because I do think they're lovely communities. But to me, the most important thing is taking back our power. I'm a sovereign divine being. Like, I recognize that I have the power, right? I have the discernment to see what is truth. I can check in with that. I can check with myself. I'm not going to ever put that out to another human again. Um, it doesn't matter who they are, that's within me. So I think that's really important for especially us women right now to take that back. In my experience that I had in Sedona, I had two. I had one where I really met Jesus like up on Cathedral Rock, like outside, and like really connected with the beautiful energy of the person that I believe he was that lived, that really is an ascended master that loves and wants to assist, that humans have like distorted and changed things, and the Bible has been changed. Like, oh, I think we all know this. If we don't, like, please look into that. Because it has been changed by man and those in power to try to create more power and to suppress you and cause fear in you. So I had this beautiful connection with him. And then something very beautiful that happened when I had my retreat, that I was running in Sedona and I had the opportunity to sit in circle with women and around the fire with women and do Reiki healing on with them as well. And Jesus was very present there, but it was like a feminine energy. And we were at that time by Cathedral Rock, right, with the divine feminine energy kind of looking over us. And if you haven't been in Sedona before, I mean, it's just magical anyway. But it was the first time I really identified, like right now, a lot of people are talking about feminine energy is rising, and there's feminine and masculine energy in all of us. But we've always, at least it's been presented to me, right? Like just Jesus and the church, like this kind of became a toxic masculinity, even the way I think I viewed Jesus, because he was put in with all of these oppressive systems. But it was such a gift to get to experience this energy of him coming in and assisting with healing and supporting us and feeling this divine feminine energy flow. And everything else I felt there was very connected with like Mary Magdalene and goddesses and Kalima and Hathor and like all of these like goddesses. And then here's Jesus coming in. And it was like so beautiful because that's like healing energy, like, right? He's balanced. He's masculine and feminine. And for to be a group of women to be able to feel that, like that was very powerful and very healing for me as well. Um, so I just wanted to share that, like, and I know I was talking to some of my sisters after that of like, let's take Jesus back. Let's take Jesus back from those that have used his name and his words to oppress and to suppress and to create fear in everyone, but especially women. And then that also like brings me to something I've been hearing about recently that I've felt called to speak out about is this movement of the trad wife, the traditional wife, um, being very clear that I love being a mother. I've loved being a mother and taking care of your home and your children and cooking food and spreading love with all. I mean, that's beautiful. And right, we can all do that. And that's a beautiful thing to do as a woman. So not taking away from the honor and the respect that that role has, but it's created in me like a concern because things have become so radicalized within church systems. Like a lot of this is being used to suppress women. And a lot of forces right now are trying to get us back to like the 1950s. And it's really important to realize as women, like you have the power to, yes, cook, make meals, take care of your children. That's like so beautiful. But don't forget where we came from. We don't want to go back to 1950, where we were suppressed and oppressed, where you couldn't even get a bank account. You couldn't even get a checking account in your name as a woman, as a solo woman. So we don't want to go back to that time. Like it's so important that we keep our rights and then just keep moving forward as women and don't get caught up in that and start just looking to all these men in churches to tell us how it should be and to make up rules. And a lot of this movements within these ultra conservative religions that were fringe but have become like mainstream now is about uh you bowing down to your man um and just not listening to your own divine feminine essence to tell you what is truth. Don't look to a pastor, a church, an institution to tell you. And don't outsource it to a man either, even your husband. It's like the most beautiful thing to have sacred masculine support the feminine and for there to be a relationship and there to be like a protection, safety within that, because there's there's a role for that, but that's very different from control and oppression and fear. And also, let's also speak about shame. The church has like brought a lot of shame to everyone, but I think I'm making such generalizations. I'm just talking general here, you guys. But to everyone, to men as well, but to women have been like very taught to be ashamed of their sexuality, their sensuality, their needs. It's like just to sacrifice everything, every aspect of you is what's been taught to many of us is holy and divine. And that's just not true. You need to invest in you, spend time with you, meditate on what your thoughts are, and connect yourself with Mother Earth, with Source, with the universe, with whatever you align with. You work with different gods and goddesses, but always be checking in with how does it feel in your body. Always be checking in. Like we can't go back. We're moving forward. This is a time you keep hearing it. I'm sure divine feminine frequency is coming in and supporting. And so we we need to claim it, sisters. And we also need men to and others to respect it and cultivate it within themselves as well, and there to be more balanced energy on this earth and on this planet. For right now, we've been so out of balance with like so much masculine energy and toxic masculine at the top in all these institutions. They are going to fall. So stop putting your power within them or thinking that I understand, like right now, there's a lot of unknown and it can feel secure to just have someone tell you what to do, but that's all going to fall. And then what are you going to be left with? Like you've got your connection with Source is going to get you through anything. So that's my message I really want to share is connect, get outside, connect with nature, spend some time alone. Don't ask questions. Don't just do something because your parents said to do it. And now, you're older and that's how your grandparents always did it. Like we're in a different time. We're shifted to a different timeline and we're shifting to a different planet. And all of these old systems, it's time for them to go. And it's nothing to be afraid of because it's time to jump. And we're creating a more beautiful world. We're creating a new planet. And that is going to take moving forward and embodying and letting go of all these old systems. So if you've been finding security in those, that's okay. It's okay. But it's also okay to question. If this video finds you, if this podcast finds you, then it was meant to. So, okay, I'm just sending you so much love. And I want you to know how powerful you are. You are a powerful creator. You have everything you need within you. You are Source. You are divine love. You have the power. Take it back. Sending lots of love. Bye.